Have you ever watched videos by Toon or Glass? They like talking a lot about villains in DreamWorks and Pixar films, over and over again. Maybe also Sony, but no one did Illumination, and so today I will talk about why Illumination villains are cool. First off, we have Gru. Gru is now not a villain, but when he was one, he was a peak villain. He could dodge heat-seeking missiles, punch a shark, and shrink the moon. Even as a kid, he was able to steal a crown and turn people into rats. He has an army of minions to help him at his bidding, and he has a mother who doesn't really like him. When he adopts 3 girls, they start changing his heart, and eventually he gives up on villainy altogether to becoming a loving father and eventually also gets married. However, even later on, he still has some villainous tendencies, like trying to kill a butler. Yeah, they ruined him in Despicable Me 4, but let's not talk about that. Also, did everyone forget his cool steampunk airship and rocket? Next up, we have Vector.
It's a mathematical term, a quantity represented by an arrow with both direction and magnitude.
He is really cool. He has an interesting jumpsuit which doubles as a spacesuit, has a very modern minimalist lair where he has a pet shark and loves cookies. He has tools for everything he needs, like a flight suit readily available, and in the short film Mooned, he has even more abilities. He is very good at defending his lair with a bunch of weapons, has a weird-looking airship that is connected to his house, has a piranha gun, and even stole a pyramid? That's pretty cool, you gotta admit. Though he kidnaps 3 girls, that's not cool. Besides that, he's a very cool villain. He's just cool. Did I already say that? Next up, we have El Macho. He is ruthless and very macho. He has a reputation for drinking snake venom and picking up trucks, and faking his death. I have no idea why he did that, but anyways, he is very good at pretending not to be his villain alias, instead being a restaurant owner, Eduardo Perez, where he owns an evil chicken. He is able to use a giant magnet to lift up a whole Antarctic base to get a serum in which he creates a monster minion army. That sounds pretty macho to me. And then he even turns into a giant purple monster himself. If only he knew how to avoid the lipstick taser. Still, really good villain.
And welcome to
Sesame Street!
And now we have Balthazar Brat. I didn't like Despicable Me 3, but I did like Brat. Brat starred in a TV show as an evil child supervillain, and I don't know how they thought he wouldn't try this in real life, because he did. Trapped in the 80s by choice, he likes using shoulder pads, bubblegum which makes things float up, a keytar as his main weapon, a yo-yo, a Rubik's Cube bomb, and he even has this cool lair with a Rubik's Cube shape and his tiny evil brat dolls. His best friend is a robot named Clive. How much better can you get than that? Plus, his crash out was totally valid. Anyways, another good villain was Scarlet Overkill. I mean, she really was overreacting to the whole becoming queen first thing, but she still has some pretty cool vibes. She has a rocket-powered dress, a plane shaped like a lightning bolt, a floating house in London, and is very protective to her husband inventor, Herb. Herb, like one of those guys you meet who looks like a monkey but still is evil. Wait, what did I say? I don't know. He has a machine that can turn you into a giant, one that can hypnotize anyone, a lava gun, extendable arms, and plus he has a nifty torture chamber, and when it doesn't work on the minions, he has fun with them instead. He just is evil because he loves Scarlet, one of the best villain couples. Then we have the Vicious 6. There's Bell Bottom, the main head of them. She likes disco, I think, and doesn't like authority. And Stronghold, a man with metal hands. We have Nunchuck, a nun who literally throws nunchucks. She's my favorite of the 6 by far. And Svengeance, a roller skater. Then there's John Claude, who is a man with a lobster claw. Don't know how he got that. And then there's Wild Knuckles. He's the former leader of the Vicious 6, who was gotten rid of. He wants revenge, and he is able to torture Gru on a record player until he gives him valuable information. He has a pool of crocodiles and is able to pretend having a heart attack so Gru can break into a bank. Also, though, the most heartwarming thing of this is that he's a mentor to Gru and tells the Vicious 6 he won't let them hurt Gru. Anyways, he fakes his death and drives off with Gru. He's one of the best villains in the franchise. Another great villain was Snowball, the rabbit in The Secret Life of Pets. He's evil because he was abandoned by his owner and has a cult. He wants all humans dead, hates pets who like their owners, and is loyal to his crew, for a while. He loves blood, but he's forced to team up with Max when Tattoo is taken away and helps Duke get out of the truck. However, then he goes back to planning the extinction of humans before getting adopted by a girl who, after telling him she'd love him forever, makes him totally change. From then on, he's just a superhero and is boring. But anyways, we also have Jimmy Crystal. He's psychopathic and likes throwing animals off the roof if they don't do what they promise. And so he nearly throws Buster off the roof before he gets on interview. Then he is humiliated as Moon takes over his own theater as revenge, tries throwing Moon off a cherry picker, and by the end tries still taking the credit for the show, but is arrested. Even though his defeat is anticlimactic, he is pretty good at pressing buzzers, shouting angrily, disowning daughters. Well, technically one, so he's cool with me. Do we have anyone else? The chef. The chef. The chef doesn't talk because the birds don't think he does. He is like Gordon Ramsay gone wrong. He will do anything to keep Delroy and his ducks and tries killing anyone who helps them escape. You know, to humans, he's not a villain and is just a mean-spirited chef, as he likes pushing down his workers and shouting a lot. He's pretty menacing all in all, and makes a good villain. And finally, we have Bowser. Who is this guy? He breathes fire, takes over a penguin kingdom, tries marrying a princess by force, sings a ballad about peaches, and then by the end is shrunken. He's very strong with brute force as well, and is able to pull off mustaches. To tell the truth, he's the only truly scary Illumination villain. In the sequel, which I didn't watch yet, it seems he's out for revenge and has his son too. But again, I didn't see the sequel. Yeah, he's a really cool turtle. He also looks really cool, and he has a fiery castle and stuff. He's just great all in all. You know, to tell you the truth, I didn't really talk about their backstories, and that's because they don't really have any. But still, Illumination has some good villains, and that's the video.
What was that?
An ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it.
An ostrich?
Yeah.